And good evening again, everybody. This is Rob Gehring here, representing the 2K Profit System. I'm the owner of the TL2I Cash Mailer, and just happy to be here back in our Thursday night webinar. And we're going to be talking about taking daily consistent action with our panel here. We're going to tell you what that means to you if you or what it should mean to you. If you are a mastery level member of the 2K Profit System, you're going to stay after class, so to speak, because we have special content just for our mastery level members. So if somebody is mastery and is watching this somewhere, on Facebook, you better, come on in, because we got some. We're going to cut off the live stream when we get finished here, and stop the recording, and then we're going to have a small group session for our mastery level members, which is super exciting. So, there's been a lot of things happening with our system. We're going to have Jared telling us about some changes in your back office. So that's awesome. Vicky, as usual, is going to be giving us some great inspiration and motivation. And the rest of us are going to take on the topic of daily consistent action and what that means to us. And maybe you can take some of those behaviors and some of those learnings and move them forward into your business, because that's one. There's three things that are really important to all of this, but one of them is taking daily consistent action, because if you don't do that, you could do the other things, which I'll tell you when I get to my segment. You could do those other things, but it's all for naught. So the key is just having a game plan and taking action, and we'll help you develop that game plan. But we can't make you do daily consistent action. We can't go to your house and set you at your computer. It's whatever appointed time and make it happen. So, but I think that's maybe where the motivation and inspiration comes into play, is when you hear from folks like Vicky, and you plug into our ebooks that we plug you into, and that could maybe help you. And here comes Beverly Taylor. That's great to see Beverly. That's awesome. Beverly just got her step-by-step upgrade, and she actually went higher than JV at the Cash Mailer because she put skin in the game. She did a graduate great deal upgrade. So I take the graduates to TL2L, which is one step away from MSF Mod, which you get when you become a mastery level member. So I think I've killed enough time here for Vicky. I like to give Vicky a little bit of a running start, so to speak, to get her all her information together, because she's going to wow you with what she's got tonight. So are you ready to go, Vicky, with some inspiration and motivation? All right, it's over to you then.
Hello and welcome everyone. Tonight, let's dive into an essential aspect that determines success in online marketing: the mindset of daily consistent action. Brian Rooney's coming in the room.
Yeah, we got you covered, Vicky. Don't even pay attention
Okay.
to that.
Many marketers mention having a productive day, perhaps running ads or making several calls, only to do nothing for days after. The stop and start approach impedes progress, as success thrives on consistency, not sporadic bursts of activity. Consider this. Imagine laying a single brick every day. Initially, it may seem insignificant, but over time, these bricks form the foundation of a fortress. Similarly, our daily small actions accumulate to create bigger results. Whether you're just starting or a seasoned leader, integrating consistent actions into your routine is paramount. Let's delve into some daily activities that should be on your checklist. Number one, content creation. Develop and share useful content, whether a blog post, a video, social media update. It showcases your expertise and engages your audience. Number two, email engagement. Keep your subscribers in the loop by regularly emailing valuable insights. It helps to maintain a connection and fosters trust. Number three, social media presence. A daily post on a social platform keeps you relevant and visible to your audience. Remember, out of sight often means out of mind. Traffic generation. Daily efforts to drive traffic to your lead capture page is vital. Consistent exposure increases your lead generation success. Personal follow-up. Interacting personally with leads keeps you top of mind. It signifies care and builds stronger relationships. Team engagement. Regardless of your experience, working with your team daily fosters growth and motivates them. It's about synergizing efforts towards common goals. Continuous learning. Commit to personal development. Within your WSBS membership, you have access to fantastic resources like ebooks in the back office. One such gem is The Psychology of Motivation. It's under the 2024 ebooks and it's number 22. Motivation is a key mindset that fuels daily consistent action. It propels us to take those small steps each day, nurturing both our personal and our professional growth. Many of us juggle full-time jobs alongside building our business. For such scenarios, creating a pre- and post-job checklist is vital. This organized approach ensures you consistently work towards your goals without being overwhelmed. In conclusion, remember success in online marketing is a marathon, not a sprint. The small, steady actions we take each day lay the groundwork for remarkable achievements. Let's embrace the habit of daily consistent action and witness how it transforms our journey towards a thriving online marketing career. Thank you. And back over to you, Jared.
All right, so is everybody familiar with the new back end? Have you guys logged in recently? I know most of the admins have. I'm sure all of you guys have. So anyway, we'll just share my screen real quick. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. Wrong screen. Which screen are you guys seeing?
We are seeing
We're
the back
seeing,
of the 2K profit system.
What's
Yours.
that?
Main back office page.
Okay, so you are seeing it. Okay. So now, guys, when you log in, there's a lot more cleaner look. We've updated things to kind of keep up with the Joneses. A lot of the marketing systems you're going to see out there look similar to this. I kind of got the inspiration from another system that I checked out. I always like to look and see what everybody else is doing. So I know Exodus Elite, they've had a back office like this for years. There was another one that's just launched. There's always a new program launching. So I always like to check out, see the different kind of things other people are doing. So I personally like the new look. It's sleek, a lot more professional, a lot more clean. Here in the left-hand column, you're going to see your sponsors' information. Just their name. If you want to contact them, you can just click this button. It'll pop it up right here. You guys can see their email, their phone number. Then you can connect with them on social media if they have a Facebook page. If they don't, and you click that Facebook button, it'll just take you over to our group. Okay, and you can join our group from there. You can also see their primary business. So if you click that, it'll take you right over to what they're promoting as their primary. Like we've said in a lot of meetings, you want to have one primary business, and then you want to use a system where you can build a systematic approach and build those multiple streams of income. And we allow that, or we give you that opportunity here in 2KPS with our 4-step process. Then we have the traffic. You click that, it'll take you over to our advertising resources. So our paid traffic, and then our viral mailers are down here for your free resources. And of course, we recommend all of these. And then that 2KPS traffic on demand, of course, is something you can purchase. And then usually you'll get clicks within 24 to 72 hours. Down here, your affiliate stats, your links, everything that we offer for you guys for advertising in terms of banners, email templates, social media images, scripts. It's all going to be under your advertising tab now. All your training calls. So anything that we do on Tuesday and Thursday night will be back here. And you can find all of your training calls from that specific date. If you want to view the most recent training call, then right up here at the top, you just hit training replay. You guys can watch it immediately in your back office. I did a new back office tour, so if you guys have any questions or your new members have questions, okay, I would point them to the back office tour, and it basically just gives them a whole overview of the new system. Then down here, you guys can set up a bridge page. We got the leaderboard, and then of course your profile, and then your support tab. But up here at the top, if you're not a mastery member, it's going to show upgrade today. So you guys can click that. You can upgrade at any point in time. Like we said, if you're a pro member, you decide, hey, I'm ready to go all in. I want to go into mastery. What you would do is you would just pay the difference. So you'd pay the $1,900, okay, to upgrade to that package plus the admin fee. And then all your tours are here, like I said, back office tour, training replay, prospecting replay, which we haven't really done a prospecting webinar for a while, but you can find that the one that we did, it's probably been a month. And then your webinar schedule right here. You can click that button to join, or you can click this link right here to join our webinars. And then of course the Facebook button up here in the upper right hand corner to like our Facebook page. So really that, guys, that's about it. We've simplified it. And if you guys have any issues, or if you want to see some kind of a feature added in the future, let me know, or let Rob know, or Susan, or any of the admins, and we can try and make that work. We definitely have some things, I think, in the game plan here for 2025. A little more robust, probably affiliate feature, hopefully a smoother payout transition, where you guys can get paid instantly. But instead of me setting up your buttons, you'll just be able to put in your information and get paid directly. So just things we're planning on, and we'll see what other features we can come up with for you guys. So anyway, that is it. I'll turn it back over to Rob.
All right, thanks, Jared. Appreciate that. You can take the screen share off if you'd be so kind. There you go. All right, thank you, Jared. Excellent. And let's just all give Jared a big thank you, because he does a lot behind the scenes when it comes to just making all these, the site as nice as it is, as easy it is to utilize. Also, Chris is involved in that as an advisor, and he gets in there and gets his hands dirty too with the systemic stuff, which guys like me don't want to go near any of that, because that's not my jam, as they say, right? So I like to just give thanks to those guys and our entire team for everything that they do every day. So I want to talk to you about daily consistent action. That's kind of our theme, and you'll hear from Chris, you'll hear from Susan as well. But I was thinking about this topic today, daily consistent action, and I thought about it, and I'm like, I think there's some things I want to say before I get into that, because if you think about it, if you're not set up properly, if you're positioned, that's the first word I want to say. If you're not positioned, that's going to be an issue to take daily consistent action. Maybe those daily consistent actions should be working towards positioning. Positioning meaning basically following your early steps of getting upgraded in wealth step by step, and setting your Genesis Legacy Vault, the 2KPS upgrade, to as high as you can, preferably mastery, and finding a way, whether it be through financing, whatever you need to do. Financing we've tried to make it as painless as possible. That's what positioning is. And then the next thing is the setup, right? Just going through and finishing and having a lead capture page that's functional and works, because like you can't drive your car anywhere without gas. So you have to have the car is actually your setup, so you can't get anywhere without the car. So positioning is not going to take you anywhere if you're not set up and you have the lead capture page ready to go. So with those two things in place, Now we talk about daily consistent action. And in my mind, I would go right for the traffic, right? I'm going to go right for the traffic, eyeballs on your website. And there, we have the paid resources and we have the free resources. Immediately start getting that traffic going. Okay. And you're going to hear probably tonight a little bit about social media. And you're going to hear probably a little bit tonight about some other ways to get your business out there, whether it be shooting a video and maybe having that go viral and people seeing it that way. Maybe, your thing is you just like to talk to people in your community about things that you're doing. A lot of marketers don't like to mix their online with offline. It's like a secret society, but it doesn't have to be that way. But daily consistent action should start with traffic. How many clicks are you getting to your lead capture page, right? And if it's only 10, then you've got to increase your daily action. So if you're not paying for traffic, then you may have to do our free traffic option, meaning you're going to maybe spend a couple of hours clicking to build up 1,000, 3,000, or 5,000 credits, which then will convert into clicks. But you want to watch that, and you want to have quality. You want to be using nothing but quality resources, and that's what we tried to bring to you here, so that your daily consistent action is easy. So start with the traffic, get yourself out on social media, step out of your comfort zone, and do things like shooting a video, talking to people. I'm a big fan of recruiting. I would tell you there's nothing wrong with seeing a fellow marketer and getting into a conversation about them. Hey, what are you doing? Wow, that's interesting. Hey, can I give you a link? Sure, give me a link. That doesn't mean I'm going to join anything, right? Give me a link. Let me give you. There's a very clever marketer out there. And I was recently chatting with him, and he's used this technique on me before. He will always ask you about your business. Now he's got something in the back of his mind always, and I know him very well. But he will take a look. He will evaluate. He will. So this is kind of flip the script. So have conversations with people. Show interest in them. Give them tips and pointers, and then say, "Oh, by the way, that's an awesome opportunity. You know what you can do? I got something called the 2K profit system. You could literally insert this primary business that you've shown me that is awesome into this system and add additional income streams, generate leads for that, and extra income streams on top as a cherry on the sundae." So things like that. Just always thinking about what am I doing to get not just traffic, but what am I doing every day to get a sign up? What am I doing every day to get somebody that I have made friends with, and that I can present to a webinar, bring this person to a webinar. We should be working at bringing guests. That's the next level. So these are all consistent actions. And then my existing people who are out there working on things, maybe I haven't heard from so-and-so. I haven't heard maybe from Susan in a couple of days. Hey, Susan, what's going on? How's it coming? I got stuck on this Leads Leap share code. Let's take a look. Come into my Zoom room. Yes, you all should have a Zoom room. It's free. Zoom, free. Doesn't cost you anything. Transition from email is a daily consistent action into using the social media messengers like Facebook Messenger and most importantly, Wow app, which we love. Transition that into voice conversations, transition that into getting somebody into a Zoom. These are all things that I feel are huge in daily consistent action. If you only have 2 hours to spend or 3 hours to spend, then you may have to think about streamlining what I just said. But if you have one thing that you got to choose from the list, it's not adding color to your lead capture page. It's not making the font size a half a point larger. It's getting traffic to your lead capture page. So that's my thoughts on consistent daily actions. I'm going to turn it over to Chris. Are you ready to roll? He may have had to step away. I'm going to shoot it to Susan, and then we'll come back to Chris because he turned his camera off, so he must have stepped away. So Susan, and let me just give a little introduction to Susan. She is an awesome marketer out there, and she's our captain for Wealth Step by Step, which is our step 2 in the 2K profit system. Does a fantastic job with that, and takes tremendous, amazing daily actions. So I'd like to hear about some of those, Susan. And then Susan, you'll kick it over to Chris.
Okay. So for my training, I wanted to actually focus on the reasons why people don't take action. So one of the main things I've heard from my team and have had trouble with myself is consistency. So no matter if doing this part-time or full-time, this is consistency is just something people have trouble with. So right now, I want you to think of any actions you may be avoiding doing consistently, even if you're just getting started. Consistency is also a mindset, not just actions done on a regular basis. If you are consistent in maintaining a goal-oriented mindset, that is what is most important. Master the mindset, know what you're striving for, know how you want to present yourself. Get a solid picture of that and keep the picture at the forefront. Know it is okay to take breaks and time off, especially concerning caring for yourself and loved ones. If you are a perfectionist or expecting you will always be able to work the times that you set aside to do so, you will have to get over that. Now to your thoughts about what you want to do consistently, but you're avoiding it. Here are some common reasons this may be happening, why you are not consistently doing what you desire to be consistently doing. Number one, you're in too much of a rush, so you're skipping steps, avoiding things that you think will take up too much time. I've done this myself. And number two, you are using complicated strategies or complicating simple strategies. So trying to do what you're doing becomes frustrating, so you don't do it consistently as a result. Number three, you have too many methods you're trying to do at the same time and without having yet mastered any one of them. So your brain is on overload trying to maintain an iceberg when an ice cube will do for right now. When you have placed a mountain of work in front of yourself to try and do at the same time and are possibly rushing yourself at the same time, you feel overwhelmed. This causes avoidance. It's not simple and it's not doable. So it's no wonder your actions are not consistent. Don't beat yourself up if this is the case for you. You must simplify, and that is what our 2K profit system is designed to help you do. You can do one thing at a time. Nothing is overly complicated. Most everything is very simple, in fact. Many things are even done for you. The marketing funnel, the videos that explain everything, the groups to bring your leads and referrals to, and bonuses are given out on your behalf and more. And so to answer Rob's question on what I do every day, the first thing I actually do is to check messages because I always have at least one person that has replied to an email or has sent me a message on Facebook, or sometimes people text me. So the first thing I do is check all that so I can reply to people, help answer their question, or just tell them if they ask me to do something like call them, I'll tell them what time I'll call them. In fact, I had that today. I had somebody ask me to call them. That was a message I had. And then after that, I make sure I have traffic going. So I might do send some stateless data out, or order traffic, or start some traffic exchanges. I don't really post on Facebook that much, but I want to start in the habit of doing that more often. So I'll be learning from everybody too on more on how to do that. And then I check the Facebook groups, our 2K Profit group, the Step by Step group, and uh, then I kind of just hang around a little bit too. See, who messages me, who responds if I get a leads. Go ahead and send them something, and that's about it. And I guess if Chris is ready, we'll go to Chris.
Thank you, Susan. That's awesome. Good stuff. Everyone who has contributed tonight has offered some really excellent suggestions. For me, my big thing is tracking. Tracking. I cannot stress that enough. Now, I know we have quite a few very experienced marketers here tonight, and I know you all understand the very importance of tracking, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse. But for some here that might be newer, the importance of tracking is so you know if the mailer that you're using is performing or the traffic exchange you're using is performing. It is horribly important that you're not wasting money and time in a traffic exchange that is only going to give you 1 or 2 clicks at the most per day. And we all know there are some mailers out there, they've been around for a number of years, and they can only do 1 or 2 clicks a day. You'd be lucky to get 3 or 4. And these mailers and exchanges that do this may not be worth your time, may not be worth your money. This is why tracking is important. And I track daily. I mean, I can't stress how important it is because you don't, like I said, you don't want to waste your time. You definitely don't want to waste your money. Now, that being said, the cool thing about being a part of a group like this is we have people here who are strong in areas that I'm weak in. And I'm strong in areas that they might be weak in. And it's a really good trade. And I'm learning wonderful things about being more consistent in social media. Social media is becoming more and more important every day, and I stink at it. I absolutely stink at it. I am not the most social person I'm probably one of the least social people in this particular group. I guess the more of a computer nerd you are, the less of a people person you are, because you spend so much time just reading in silence and working things out, and you're not really talking and working with people. So that being said, being in a group like this, I can really improve that part of myself. But I have to be able to admit that I'm weak in an area. I have to be able to admit that to myself and be honest with myself, and then let others in this group, and I'm not just talking about the admins, I'm talking about Christy. Christy's social media habits are much better than my own. I know this because I see her on social media daily. She always posts something good, something worth reading, and it's just wonderful. You know, um, for some of those of you in the group here, I might not be connected with you yet in social media, and that will change as time goes on. Because like I said, I stink at social media. Recognize what you stink at and become very coachable in that area, and you will see your income increase. It's another reason why this system works and why coming to the meetings are important. And this is something that you all can convey to your teams to try to get them here as well. Okay, so I'm not going to keep you all because I know we've got an excellent Q&A session coming up. So I'm going to go ahead and, but before I do that, if you guys want to learn more about tracking or talk more about tracking, feel free to slip me a message in WoW or Facebook Messenger, and a couple of minutes and you guys will be up to speed. Okay, Rob, take it away.
Awesome, awesome. As you can see from Chris's background there, he is one of the partners of Lead Boost, which is part of the 2K Profit System, along with Vicky, who did the motivation inspiration tonight. So kudos. And then I mentioned Susan keeps a really good eye and hand into, well, step by step, basically introduced me, and then I introduced it to 2K Profit System. Just a quick plug. They do we changed our webinar schedule around so that Susan could be here on Tuesdays, because we used to do a Monday. So Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern time, I would encourage you to check, I don't want you to go to a million webinars, but if you've never been to a Wealth step-by-step webinar at 9 p.m. Eastern time, they talk about the power of just getting 3 people, right? And there's some nice little strategies that they talk about in there, because it's very important now with Wealth step-by-step, because that's the requirement. That's one of the requirements to get to the higher levels, the 4 through 7, 4 through 7, 4 through 8 levels of pay, is you have to be qualified with 3 personals. We teach you how to do that here, but I think that it's good to get some other strategies too. They're not harmful strategies. They're actually ones I really like when it comes to networking and literally telling people, hey, this is something great I want to share with you. So a little plug for that. I've been meaning to do that, and we'll talk about that, and we'll integrate that more into our trainings, because we want to give everybody all the different options when it comes to things out there. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to skip around here. Now I wanted to go to Grace messaged me, was having trouble finding the webinar. I think that Grace was on the event page. The event doesn't, it says there, go to the, this link for the Zoom, but I think she kind of got stuck a little bit over in that page, but we fixed that. Grace is here now. I got you, Grace, over into the Facebook group as well, which is very important. I sent you an invite. Let us know how things are going for you for 2K Profit System. I wanted to spend a little bit of time with you, just seeing how things are going for you, and maybe give you a few tips or answer a couple of your questions. Can you hear us, Grace? You want to go ahead? And if you don't want to jump on mic, we have the chat option too. You can always hit the chat button at the
Hi.
bottom there. Oh, there you are, Grace. How you doing?
Hello. Hi. I am new to all of this. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
So I wanted to use this opportunity to get my feet wet in understanding a lot of the stuff, because I could describe myself as the belly to belly marketer. So I am
Oh,
really not good at the whole social media and the techie things. And I'll sit and I do get messed up trying to figure out how to do this. What are they talking about when they say this share code? What are they talking about? Oh dear Lord, the auto response.
yeah.
I mean, I get like,
You get like deer in the headlights, right? Eyes glaze over, right? Is
yeah, I feel
that
like
what
I'm driving
happens?
down the road and I have to stop and pull over because I can't deal with all the bright lights and everything is crowding me. And so because I don't quite understand it,
Hmm.
if I'm on my phone right now
Yeah.
and I saw your messages coming in and I was on the laptop on Facebook, so I have
Okay.
now learned where to go to find like notifications. So I went and I
Good.
accepted the invite. So
Good.
I'm getting
Good.
there, but very slowly. But I'm wanting to learn because I see the systems. I want to do it all. I do believe I have a fantastic leader in Randall, but
Oh, Randall.
at the
Yes.
same time, I know when you sometimes are a leader with so many people, you don't have time to baby each person. So
Right.
I'm wanting to find things that I can watch and
Okay.
like do step by step. For
Yeah.
example,
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted some step by step instructions, and I'm good at printing them and then following it on the computer. If I do
Okay.
that, I am golden.
Yeah, let me show you a couple of things, and then you have Randall's upline, Susan McCook here. So, and Susan's very giving of her time for her entire team, not just direct personal referrals, but
Yes,
anybody in her what you'd call jurisdiction. So, you two definitely want to kind of get to know each other a little bit. But
I'd
we
really
may,
love that. I'd really love
ex-
that. And I've
yeah,
seen
I
a few
mean,
things from her.
these are great people. These are great people. So here's what I want to show you. I'm going to go back to screen share. Okay. So you mentioned a couple of things. If social media is not your thing, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's really not necessary. What we try to do is give people ideas that are things that maybe that are in their wheelhouse, or things that resonate with them, that they get excited about. We have
Hmm.
built a system here, Grace, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to log in to my 2K profit system. So everything that you basically said, I think we can help you with, because I'm going to go over here. So the first thing you want to do is you want to log in. That's where it all, that's how you put the key in the door of the car and open the door. And that's your key for the ignition too. Because everything that you need, all those steps are actually right in front of you, right here in that back office. Because
Mhm.
all of our back offices look pretty much the same. We have a
Okay.
welcome video. We have a start here. And then we have the steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it'll tell you exactly what to do for each. And I don't know, I guess you could probably print material out here. A lot of there's a lot of videos, and those are valuable. But you also have, there is printed word too that I'm sure you could do print, screen shares, all that kind of stuff. But really, if you follow the steps, what you're
Mhm.
actually going to do is you're going to build. You're going
Yes.
to get positioned with income to as high as you want to be positioned. Okay, that's the positioning that I talked
Mhm.
about earlier. The second thing is, as you're going through these steps, you're going to you're going to get everything set up, and it's just a lead capture page. And yes, we talk about share codes, but it's all in the instructions. It'll explain what to do with the share code. You don't have to really understand it. You just have to follow the directions so you can build a page that looks like this in step 4. Okay, it's really as simple. Once you get to step 4, you'll be positioned, based on the income, the income stream choices that you make. So that'll be set, and then you'll pick one of these beautiful pages, which are all are great, and they all draw people's attention. And then from there, it's just what we call add traffic. And we give you the traffic. We show you exactly where it's at over here, where it says ready to send traffic. So we click on that where it says purchase traffic. And there's free options too, but we have in-house paid traffic. So get set, build the page, get the eyeballs on it that quick. And because that's what you're a belly to belly marketer. You're one of the most valuable people. It's people like you that we're looking for, that you'll go out and you will spread the word in your way that you know how to do that, right? Because that's what you bring to the table. So that'll be
Yeah.
your follow-up. As people come through, that sounds like you won't be afraid to say hi and talk to them and get them started and
Definitely not.
plug them into the webinar. So that's what your job will be, not designing graphics, not figuring out wording of emails, because we give you the graphics, we give you the emails, we show you how to put all that together, and then you never need to worry about it again. You just get that web page, you get this traffic that I'm showing you to your page, and then you sit back and you wait for those people to come through, those notifications that you have a lead, you have a sign up, you have somebody that's interested, and you do your belly to belly magic, and oh, will you do great. It's really that simple. So we've actually designed this for you, for people who don't want all the rigmarole and just want to go out and just make it happen and not have to worry about all the techie details. We handle that for you through the system. So does that make sense, Grace?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
One of the
Excellent.
things that I also find is when you've been around for quite a while, but like for me, I have programs that I'm already a part of, and I might
Yes.
notice that they're there and it says join Leads Leap. And I already have an account, and
Okay.
I sit there and look, I'm like, okay, so what do I do?
You just put your ID, like it'll tell you, put your ID into the box, and that's it. You don't have to rejoin. You don't have to do anything but put your ID where we tell you to put your ID, so your people join under you. Okay, so that's number 1. And then number 2, you'll log in and follow the directions. It'll say log in to Leads Leap. Go here, click on this. Tells you exactly what to do as you're putting the emails in, which is very easy, and getting your
Okay.
page set up. So you don't have to rejoin anything that you're already in. Anything that you're actually already involved in, you can declare one thing. As long as you're a pro member or higher, you can declare
Yes.
one thing to be your primary business. And then all your other things go into my program, which is part of the 2K profit system. It's called the TL2I cash mailer. We have a very flexible downline builder that allows you to add your additional things. And that's again
Gotcha.
part of this. That's part of the system. So once that's set,
Yes.
your people will make choices. You'll guide them. Things will happen, but you don't have to worry about it. It's a set it and forget it. And so this system takes everything that you have already existing and it puts a beautiful wrap around it and allows you to do your belly to belly marketing with the prospects that'll flow in.
Okay.
But
Well,
you'll
it
learn that.
seems.
But you got to go through the training. I could say all this great words, but
Mhm.
the key is getting into those steps and literally just like they say, like Nike says, just do it. You know.
Well, I will. I I feel a little bit better now because
Okay.
I think for
Good.
me, I don't want to go and mess something up. So
Right.
if
Yeah.
doing something and I mess it up and I'm not sure how do I fix this that I've messed
Well,
it
if
up.
you mess it up, we help you fix it. How about that? Is that a deal?
Okay. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Sounds like a deal.
All right, Grace. Well, it's been a pleasure you coming tonight. We're going to answer some more questions and stuff, but thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Rob.
My pleasure. All righty. That was awesome. Awesome stuff. That's why we do this. That's why we do this. Okay, let me look around here. And I'm not slighting anybody. I'm just looking for people that I maybe haven't interacted with before, like Beverly Taylor. Now, we've interacted on Messenger. We've interacted on WoW because Beverly, just to tell you a little bit about Beverly, I think I said this earlier, but it's worth repeating. So when Beverly was doing her steps, she just basically took the nice upgrade at the TL2I cash mailer. And then when she upgraded to Well Step by Step, she came to me and said, I'm ready for my bonus. I says, we know what, Beverly, I'm going to do better than a JV. I'm going to give you a TL2L, which is the next level up and her 10,000 credits. So when you talk about positioning, and Beverly became a pro member, if I'm not mistaken, in step 3. So has the ability to earn commissions through Well Step by Step, TL2I, WOW app, and 2KPS up to $100 by bringing in pro members. So any questions, Beverly? Tell us where you're at now, because I know you're going through now probably into the setup as I was kind of describing it to Grace. So how is that all coming for you, Beverly?
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting everything done.
Okay.
Lot to do. So I spent a lot of time today making sure I had all the right links and the right things and the payment links. I'm working on that photo. See, I actually have my photo on my website with a link, but instead there's the what is it, the Gavatar thing. So I'm trying to fix that one. And actually, which then showed me I had a broken DNS in my email, which actually affected a lot of things because
Okay.
I was so yeah, just going through a lot of details like that. So I don't have specific questions right this minute. Actually, what you were just saying was helpful, because understanding the whole picture, what I don't understand yet is how everything fits together. There's a lot of pieces, and I can see they can do a lot, but I'm not understanding that. But what I do want to say, though, that actually got me excited. I did send out an email to my current list. I have a list of 35,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they're active. I mean, I normally get open rates of anywhere from 5 to 12%. Usually nowadays 5 to 9 because it's growing. Is the most common anyway. So I immediately got a sign up. So now it's like I'm scrambling. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what you have to watch. Not as a bad thing. You have a lot of awesome potential here, but you just don't want people to jump ahead of you because that can happen sometimes. So you just want to make
Right.
sure. But that's a good little test. It
It was
shows.
a test actually to see what
Yeah.
would my list even like this. Well, that was pretty fast. I had not 90 people clicked through. I mean, I'm sorry, actually showed clicked in this system. I don't remember actually my other system what it showed. But actually 90 people actually clicked and then one person signed up. So that was actually it was a test that I wanted to say, okay, can I make it
Okay.
go?
Let me show you something real quick. I have a little tip for you, Beverly. Actually, I'm going to go back in the screen share. because it is possible. Now, I recommend that people use the lead capture page, clearly. But if I know Jared and he's my buddy and I went in to sign up under the 2K Profit System, I'll just give him the referral link and he can join and be on his way and do his thing, right? So what you want to make sure, the biggest, because you said, well, putting the pieces together, the most important thing of this system is quite simply this: having your, and I just got to find it now with the new format in the left-hand column. We're going to go to profile. Just make sure there's no reason to wait on this. Make sure that you have all this filled in properly, that you have your, well, step by step with the leading question mark. That's very important that you put a question just only in this program, only in this profile. It's unique to our software. So that and all your other IDs, because this is where if somebody would grab that referral link and start doing the setup and your profile is not filled in, you're not getting credit for any of these signups. You're not getting credit for the TL2I, the Leads Leap, the WOW app. They may not be joining you on Facebook, and then any of the other things that are in here. You want to really try to knock all of that out, and then I think we talked about this on WOW a little bit. You want to go to your TL2I. You want to go to your TL2I because they could, again, be following the system. So what's the system say? Step one, join TL2I. So they're going down that path. Okay. Now what happens when they join TL2I? They are told to join well step by step and get their bonus. Okay. So again, that would take them back to the 2K Profits site, but you'll be set because you got your ID filled in properly at 2KPS. But we also shoot people back to update, as you know, once they get, just like you got your JV. What was the first thing that I told you? I said, oh, make sure you go into that downline builder. Now that you're a JV, you have the ability to hide things. You have the ability to add things. You have the ability to manipulate and customize this, because this is where all your other programs go. We talked earlier about multiple streams of income, and this is a wrapper for everything that you do. So you're very easy for anybody that you bring into the system to be nosing around their TL2I back office. You want to make sure that you're getting credit for everything back here as well. And there's 5 different tabs. Now, depending on your sponsor, it always looks different. There may not be anything under savings hacks or crypto and more, but you may have a little crypto program that you personally would like to add. We felt that these sections were pretty nice to kind of separate things out in one's portfolio. So if you don't, but here's the thing: if you don't like it, only the required things you really need to move forward in, because they're required for a reason. Oh, you know what? I think here's one I'm going to take off the required list. I got to relook at this, especially in that crypto area. Yeah. Anyway, so I will look at that. But anything that's not required, you have the ability to hide. You can join it, and if you join, make sure you fill in your ID. Or if you're already an existing member of, say, whatever, let me
Like
get out of
Leads
this
Leap.
section.
I'm already a member of Leads Leap, for example.
Yeah. So for example, then in resources, you're just going in here because there could be a chance. I know it seems weird. It shouldn't happen. Somebody shouldn't join Leads Leap through TL2I if they're following the 2K Profit System, but it happened. So just protect yourself. Make sure all these, like there it is. You put it right in this area here. Always make sure that you hit update so that the ID gets updated. And just protect yourself that way. But there's a lot of these you can hide, so you don't have to join everything. And I keep trimming things down, taking things out of the required list just to, just to make it easier for people. And that's really it. Just know that people ask me, hey, why do I see my sponsor after I fill in, like here, when I click my leads lead, I'll see my sponsor. That's the way it's supposed to work. It's always your sponsor's link, even after your ID is filled in. So it's not like a test, like other programs have a test my link. But the key is make sure you put your ID in correctly, and just know that your people will always see you when they click here. So those are some tips. But for you, I think I want to protect you in case more people come from your team that already got that email and join. Make sure
Right.
make sure that is set, because everything you can take a little time getting your lead capture page set up. But if you've already let the kind of put out a teaser, yeah, that's the quickest thing you want to do is put a cover over that and protect yourself by having the downline builder filled in as you want it to be filled in. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Excellent.
I have
All
one
righty.
question, because I do, by the way, in my profile, I do have all of those filled in.
Okay.
But actually TL2I was what I was working on today.
Okay.
Because, but where it says Facebook, now I have a Facebook page for affiliate marketing. That's specifically for affiliate marketing. My profile, of course, yes, if people want to friend me, okay, and it says profile, but is it okay to put the page and not the profile?
That's a good question. I don't really have a tremendously strong feeling. I think it's really a matter of preference. That's probably something we could expand and do a topic on. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough call. I mean, I myself only have one Facebook, but a lot of people do advocate and recommend separate your personal from your business. So I'm going to err on the side of probably telling you to go with your business one, since you went to the time and effort of creating that. Okay.
Okay, thank
All right.
you.
Excellent. Okay. So for the sake of time,
And
I'm not
Beverly,
going to call on everybody. I am going to see if anybody has any questions, anybody else in the panel who hasn't had a opportunity yet.
I actually do have a question.
Oh, go ahead, Christy. Yes.
Yeah, I think I missed something. I received something. Was the share codes on leads for our Lead Sleep email series changed, or the email series itself changed?
No, I don't think so. Susan just edited the master copies, so you probably, when you want to talk to that, Susan, of what the folks need to do to make those tweaks.
Okay, so the code you're seeing, Christy, is probably the one that Jared added for just mastery members. It's just a longer series that I basically just put together as an extra bonus for mastery members. So
Okay,
that's
so I
probably
am a
why you're seeing it.
mastery.
Yeah.
I am a
I
mastery,
don't
so
think
I should change that.
yeah, you can or you can I know you were saying you create separate emails lists for all your sources. So you could keep those and then just add that one and then go through it and see how you like it and change whatever you want. And then you could use that one for one of your ad sources, or you can move people from the shorter email series into that longer one too, if you want. Do you know how to do that? Like where you create a day at the end and you say switch list, and they'll go to another list when they're done with that emails. When those, well, anyways, if you don't, we'll show it to you at some point.
Yeah, we could do a
Um,
thing on that for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, but that's a good question, Christy. I appreciate you bringing that up. So if we forget about it, give us a reminder in the group and chat and all that stuff to get
Okay.
that clarified for you. Okay. Does anybody else have anything before we dismiss our non-mastery level members?
Yeah, Rob, I don't have a question, but I've got something that just about Grace was talking before about, the share codes and the autoresponder and stuff. And I know a lot of people, I get it from members in my traffic exchanges, that they don't understand the complexities of leads leak. And I have and I don't want to stand on any toes here, but I have a training thing that I have in a lot of my sites. It's from a third party, it's not mine, but it's very, very comprehensive, and it goes through absolutely everything you'd want to know in lead sleep. And it's free. So I just thought if anybody does want it, I can either put it in the chat here or they can contact me privately, whatever.
Well, here's what I
Whichever.
would say. Here's what I would say, Brian. Send that to me personally. I will
Yeah.
review it with the admins, and then we'll
Sure.
take it from there. But I
Yeah,
appreciate
no
that.
worries.
I appreciate you
Yeah,
putting that out there, my friend. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, and Lead Sleep's just such an amazing program, but there's just so much to it, and especially for newbies. And I know it's taken me a long time to learn it all, and even this training that I go through it every now and again, and I learn something new every day because there's just so many parts to Lead Sleep that are so helpful and that are free. So
Yeah.
I thought if it's any help to anybody, I'll flick it to you, Rob.
Yeah, flick it over to me. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. All right, cool. Alrighty, so that is the end of the regular.
Rob,
Oh, go
Rob,
ahead.
I'm sorry, just
Yes,
it's
Grace.
me again. If and when you go through that, and if it's something that I was asking if I could find, I know you said I can find all the different steps, and I promise you, I'm gonna work on this like I just started, my track just started running. But anything that will help, how do I find that? And the link you sent
Your
me,
biggest thing, Grace, is
yeah,
just steps 1 through 4 of the 2K profit system. It's if you try
got
to
it,
take on other
got it.
advanced things and this and that,
Okay,
it's going to throw you completely off the track. That's the
got it,
danger of trying to get
got
into
it.
mixing too much stuff at one time. Things will come in
Okay,
time. Yeah,
okay.
but we will
And
keep you posted on anything and everything that will help you
that's
with your
the other
business.
question I don't want to forget, because I know me. The
Yeah.
link you sent me earlier, I'm not even sure how it came in. I saw it on the screen and I tapped. I have no idea. So next week when it's time to join you again, how do I find this again so I'm not like, where are they?
Well, it'll be, you can actually watch us because once you come into our Facebook group, we live stream to the Facebook group. We will actually, I believe we put a post in before each meeting saying, how to get to the Zoom. And once you start going through your steps, you'll come to something called Wow App, and you'll be in another chat. And we
Okay,
definitely publicize and advertise in all of our, we try to, in any of our groups or chats and everything. But
okay.
if you want to write it down too, it's pretty simple. It's just HTTP:// and then it's
Just a sec.
2KP
Can you put it in the chat? Is there
2kpstraining.com.
any way you could put it in the chat and I just copy it?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes. Why didn't I do that? HTTP:// 2kpstraining.com. So we do Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We do Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So there you go. 2kpstraining.com. That's for Beverly and
There
everybody.
you
Okay.
go. Perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you so
Excellent.
much. I
Oh, you're
appreciate this,
welcome. Great
Apron.
meeting tonight. Great stuff.
Okay,
Great
okay.
stuff.
Thank you. Bye bye for now.
Okay, so we'll see. If you're not if you are not a mastery level member, you are excused. I appreciate everybody coming. My masteries are going to stay by because that's one of the little added features that we're doing now for our all-in mastery level members. Is we want to give them do a little bit of group extracurricular, extra, get into some advanced follow-up stuff. So that's something everybody can participate in once they get to the mastery level. So, but that's really it for the regular meeting. So if you're not a mastery level member, I wish you a great evening, and we'll see you maybe back on Tuesday. Bring a guest.
Thanks, Rob.
See you, Brian. And we'll see you, Grace. Thank you. And we will see you as well. I think that's it. What a great group that was. Tom's a mastery. So is Christy. So is Vicky. So is Chris, Susan, and Jared. Okay, so mastery level people. So the deal is having people like Grace, having people, like Brian. There was a couple other people that popped in and out. Hopefully that wasn't one of yours, Christy. That came in. There was somebody that was iPhone.
I saw Ray came in at the last minute.
Yeah,
Ray.
One of
no.
yours, Christy.
Hang on for a second, guys. Sorry, guys. We're still streaming on
Oh,
Facebook.
yes. Thank you, Chris. All right. So I'm going to
You're
stop
welcome.
the recording. Yeah, that's why I need